up, everyone? Welcome back to Jackknife TV. So today, what I'm going to talk about a little bit in depth is me trying to reactivate my own authority, or go through the motions of obtaining slash reactivating my own authority, and some equipment that I'm trying to finance and everything. And I've been posting a lot of this in my communities page, so if you want to go over there and check it out, you can. But pretty much, primarily, I'm weighing my options on how much debt I'm going to have to continuously put myself into to possibly fail anyway. Is pretty much what I'm doing. And I've been reading your comments. I've been reading your comments, guys, about the trailer loan and how it's ridiculous. I'm going to pay probably like $37,000 for a $20,000 trailer. And just to put this out there, I'm also financing or rolling over into that loan about the $12,000 that I still owe on the 9400i that I'm still paying for, that I already basically refinanced that to a lower payment after the engine blew. And like I said, this same company, I'm surprised they're working with me, because there was about a 2 month period of time where I didn't pay them, all right, after the engine blew, because I didn't know exactly what I was going to do. I didn't have no income coming in, and I had to figure out what direction I was going to go, whether I was just going to quit, or if I was going to do something stupid, like maybe go out and purchase a brand new semi truck, sell your pickup truck and everything like that, and take whatever funds you had left in your business account and go do that. So yeah, so that's pretty much what I ended up doing, and it's basically what led me here now. And the perceived notion in trucking is, continue going, push forward. Eventually, you're going to hit that point where things are going to line up and you're going to make it. All right. I've been pretty much in a downward spiral since COVID and everything. All right. And I almost wish that prior to COVID, I wish I didn't have my own authority. I wish I didn't have 2 employees. I wish I didn't have trucks. I wish I didn't see the money that I was, making, or that I was attaining, I guess you could say. I wish I didn't see that, because now it's clouding my judgment. All right. It is, I will say, it is clouding my judgment. Once start a business and it becomes kind of fruitful, and, after you lose it, it'll cloud your judgment, thinking that maybe you could make it back to that again. All right. And that happens a lot in trucking with owner operators and guys coming in here, especially with YouTube, because they'll come on YouTube and they'll see these guys, driving these exotic cars and everything, which they don't know. They could be all rented out from Toro and whatnot. But they'll see, I don't want to throw his name out here. All right. He's in a special realm. He's built his own empire. All right. He does more than just trucking. But we see just trucking, and there are guys that just randomly jump on Russ Trucking's channel, and you read in the comments, and they'll think that they're going to become like him by lease purchasing a truck and things like that. All right. This ain't throwing him under the bus or anything. This is just, that's what's going on. There are guys that see that and they get into trucking and becoming an owner operator, or like it should say, a lease owner, leasing onto a carrier. They think they're going to have that. All right. They think they're going to have all that he has. My hand's freaking hurting holding the phone. All right, so after all that's out of the way, like I said, thinking that things are going to be all right, and hope is very bad to have. Like I will say, my judgment's very clouded right now. If I was looking at somebody else right now on the outside of what I've been doing, I'd be like, you're a freaking idiot. You're going to fail. You're just digging yourself a bigger hole. And that's absolutely right. So that's the conversation I kind of had with myself last night, especially with reading some of the comments about the loan and everything. I hate to be flip-flopping like this, especially documenting it on YouTube. But you know what? They are right, and I should just step back and look at myself for a second. And it's true. I should not put myself into more debt to go get my authority, because I've already called up some brokers and things that I've worked with. I should say agents. I've talked to them. They've been like, yeah, we'll work with you again. Well, I've been like, okay, so if that's the case, why don't you talk to your carrier rep or whatnot, the people that really get into the nitty gritty of writing up carrier packets and the legal side of it, and ask them, hey, if he renews his authority, since we worked with him before, he's using the same DOT numbers and everything, are we going to be able to work with him? And you know what? I would say about 90% of them came back and said no, they won't. Some of them said they'd make some assumptions. I would have to show um, pictures of things. I'd have to show pictures of documentation, uh, pictures of the truck, pictures of the trailer, things like that. And some of them even went as far as that I would have to take pictures every time I picked up a load for them for I don't know, a certain amount of time. I think some of them said like 2 or 3 weeks or something, just to I don't know, prevent fraud. I guess double brokering, whatever it might be. So looking into all this, looking into how insurance has doubled for me, which surprisingly, I do have a speeding ticket. Surprisingly, that's not really a big issue. That's only $1,000 more a month, or well, no, I shouldn't say a month, but it's only $1,000 more a year onto the policy that hampered the pricing for it. It's yeah, I would be an idiot to be honest to do it. Now we're talking about $22,000 a year for insurance. We're talking about um, paying double for a trailer because my previous old truck, the 9400, that for some reason they couldn't finance an engine for the truck at the time, but they'll finance me another reefer trailer and then roll it all into one loan. They'll do that, but they couldn't finance an engine rebuild or an in-frame. So I don't know. Like it's just looking stupidic, really, to be honest. Like especially looking out on the inside of like at me. Like if I just think about what I've been doing, as much as you think it would make sense, I would be like the ruler of my own destiny, the ruler of my business, the boss. I would be able to take other loads and do things. The risk is inherently high right now. This isn't 2020, two or whatnot, or 2021 when everything came back after COVID. This isn't like a normal year like 2018 or 2016 or stuff. I mean, there were hiccups, there were some bad things, for trucking in between that, but this is a totally different ball game, and the fraud and everything else. I would be running. I would be running a very narrow path to success. Put it that way. And lately, how well has my luck been? How many people can go out and get a 2023 uh, brand new truck and break down 5 times before it hits 88,000 miles? You know, that's and now the warranty's up on probably 75% of the truck. You only get, if you want to call it bumper to bumper warranty, you only get 1 year or 100,000 miles. Well, it's already past the 1 year. I've already had to fight for one thing to be replaced, and I'm almost reliant now on the truck never breaking down. To be honest with you, because I'm not going to have the money to fix it. If it has to go to dealership and for something large, let's say, well, one box or whatnot, but let's say something electrical like a harness or something, and they come back with a quote for $4 or $5,000 for the harness and $2,000 in labor or whatnot, I'm gonna be like, should I really take the money out of my business account? Because I'll be honest, I'm running under like a $15,000 to $20,000 balance in my business account right now. I'm gonna be honest right now with you. Um, it's just not doesn't make business sense. It doesn't. I'm running on strings if you really think about it, and for me to continue doing this is immensely dumb. All right. Um, could I go out and buy a trailer outright and stuff? Yeah, yeah, I probably could right now. Am I going to have any money to follow on? Um, no. I mean, I could use some. I do have a little maintenance account set aside for the truck too, but that's only enough probably to put what if I had to. It could put 3 sets of tires on the truck, all brand new sets, 3 times. So we're talking about like an $8,000 or $10,000 balance for the maintenance account, and then the money I have in the checking account and savings account in the business. It's just not smart. It's not smart. I shackled myself down with debt, and you know, um, dreams or hopes, I guess you could say, of everything just working out. You get a brand new truck, it runs for at least 200,000 miles for any problems. Well, that hasn't been the case. Just like, um, just like me holding on and waiting for the market to come back when I did flatbed with the 9400, and which it never did. So then I transferred over to this direct carrier with the direct account to Tyson, and I made really good money. Like I keep saying, if the truck would have lasted like another couple weeks to a month, I would have probably been able to at least get a used engine thrown in cash, uh, and take a chance on the used engine not blowing up. In fact, maybe I could have put some more money down enough that to at least finance half of the rebuild, and maybe the finance company would have been okay taking that kind of risk at that time. But I haven't. I haven't. So right now it's just a spiraling. I don't know. What do you want to call it? A death spiral? Might as well call it a death spiral at this point. So I mean, I have no idea what to do. I don't know if I should stay here, Tyson, because to be honest, like it's been 3 days I haven't had a load. All right, I asked for a load when the storm hit, and I know I had to sit here and put the generator up. I mean, and everything. I don't know if you know, but the Northeast got a pretty decent storm, at least here in central Pennsylvania. Um, it's just been a waiting game for a load now. I finally got a load. They gave it to me yesterday, and it doesn't deliver till Friday morning up in New Hampshire. So I'm having days without, runs or income coming in and things like that. And it's just, I guess that might be fueling the case for me to go get my authority and do what I got to do. But to be honest, I don't know. Maybe I should look at Landstar, even though I freaking despise them. Um, I know so many people that have gotten screwed, and I'm not talking about dumb people either. I'm talking about people that they're doing good. They're doing good now, but when they were at Landstar, they were hurting. Um, I'm looking at a few other carriers. I just don't know. To be honest, it's getting tiresome. It's getting very tiresome to keep like fighting. And that's just trucking. I mean, it happens. Just a lot of people don't vote. Go on YouTube and voice what kind of BS they feel they're putting themselves through. Um, oh, it's another thing that people brought up when I got this trailer uh, loan written up. I also saw it too in the thing. It says they want a spouse to sign, which we also talked about that, me and my wife, and I don't think it's a good idea, and she don't think it's a good idea either. She was like, what do you got to lose? I said, I'm not bringing you into this. So, yeah, I know I'm all over the place in this video, but that's like the thought process I have right now, and it's it's like how everything's been all over the place. The quotes I've been getting, the loan applicants or applications I've been putting in, and the responses I've been getting back from underwriters and whatnot. It's just been all over the place. And at this time, I don't think, to be honest, unless you have a boatload of money, I don't think, to be honest, anybody should even try to get their authority right now, because like I said, you might end up being stuck working with the bottom of the bottom of the bottom brokerages. Uh, and if you got high payments and whatnot, you're not going to make it. If you can get a cheap cash truck and fix everything yourself, and you have connections. I don't have connections. All right, the shops around here are totally ridiculous. When I had the 9400, I was constantly ripped off for things, engine mounts that I didn't need, things like that. Um, it just, I'm to the point where I'm slightly done. Like, I'm basically done with trucking. All right, I am to that point, but I'm so far deep into it that it's at the point where I either got to keep moving forward, or I have to deal with the phone calls and everything else, which I've dealt with before because I've had a divorce before. I've gone through all that bull crap. Just finally now built my credit back up. Um, it's trucking. This is real. This is basically the real BS you can get yourself into, is if you just don't hit the brakes and look and see the kind of hole you're digging yourself. You know, sometimes having a dream, I guess you could say, I wouldn't say it's a dream, but having an outlook uh, can cloud your judgment, I guess you could say. And that's kind of like how I feel right now, what I'm kind of looking at it now, stepping back and hitting the brakes. I am clouding my judgment on this, and I am digging a hole that I'll probably never be able to get myself out of. And yeah, it's not hard to do in trucking. So at this point, I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. I don't even know if I'm going to keep making videos at this point, to be honest with you. And I wouldn't say it's because of criticism or not. It's just because what do I have to offer anybody? Truth to show how bad you can get yourself in a hole in trucking. I mean, maybe it's a little educational. Maybe I am helping some guys out to make better decisions and not push forward sometimes when the writing's on the wall. But there are some drastic changes that I could do before I get my authority, and I think I'm going to try doing that first. Worst comes to worst, I could always rent a trailer. I do have some kind of connection where I could rent a trailer down out in Harrisburg. It's not going to be the nicest reefer trailer. It's not going to be brand new, or it's going to be like a 2014 or something with like 20,000 hours on it. I mean, I had that ability to do that stuff, but I mean, before I just jump in getting my authority here, I think I need to stop, hit the brakes, and think a little bit more harder. Like I said, between brokerages, not willing to take new carriers right now, and everything else. So, if you like this content and you like the kind of realism and I'm not trying to say depressed, but it's getting that way. It's getting that way. But just the kind of things guys don't put out. Like, I mean, I will start if things start going better, I'll start showing, uh, things going better. I'll start talking about how much money you can make in trucking, how great it can be. But to be honest, it can happen to you. This can happen. You can get stuck in a catch-22, and sometimes, like I said, your dreams or your hopes will cloud your judgment, and you'll put yourself in a big hole. And that's kind of what I need to kind of stop, hit the brakes, and look at myself and think about things before I just continue to go down this road. So, like I said, if you like the content, you like what I'm putting out, smash the like button, hit subscribe, and check back in here in a few days, and we'll see where I'm at with everything. Like I said, there has to be some changes though between what I'm doing now with Tyson and leasing on and paying for the truck and everything else. So.